Hello. Hey, how's it going? It's your host, Weth W. Programmer. God damn. How long has it been? How long has it been? What was it, 2016? It's been, what, 6 years? 7 years? Oh, god damn. How long has it been? How long have we been waiting? Holy fuck. Oh my god. Whew. Holy shit. They called me a madman. They really did. They said I was coping, trying my best to misinterpret the story. And here we are. Oh god, it just feels good to win. I gotta say it. I do a lot of winning with these predictions, don't I? Holy fuck. Took 6 years for this motherfucker to finally act up. God damn. Woo! He's two punch man now, unfortunately. God fucking damn, what a. And not only that, so not only is he like, yeah, I'm gonna go all out, and then he starts fucking beating the fuck out of someone else, but then their manga is ending. Their manga's gonna end. Multiple punch man. God damn. Holy fucking shit. I was, it's just, I'm really just soaking it all in. I'm just soaking it all in. So, let's talk about what happened. Let's talk about what happened, right? So, this motherfucker, he's fighting Garo, or Garo's like fighting Genos and all those guys. He basically like murders Genos, like murders, quote unquote. He's not actually dead. Rips his heart out, and Saitama gets covered in like his oil blood shit, and he gets all serious, and he gets like pissed off. He gets like PTSD about it. So he does a serious punch on Garo, and Garo like manipulates the universe to like throw a serious punch back. And then their serious punches cancel each other out and like obliterate a bunch of like stars in the background, or it pushes them away, or
Oh my god.
whatever you want to call it. I don't. We don't. It's up to your interpretation. Whatever you want to say happened. The stars in the background are gone from a circle. Okay, so whether he pushed them away, destroyed them, whatever the fuck. Um, and then Saitama's like, "Ah, oh, I can finally go full power against a guy who can stay up." And then he and Garo keep beating the fuck out of each other, keep punching each other seriously, seriously, and seriously. Saitama's called Limitless, and Garo's like, I just got to keep copying him over and over and over again. And they just beat the shit out of each other. Now, basically, this isn't funny. It's funny to me. Look, multiple punch. Look, I was laughing. Okay, don't get me wrong. When I was reading, I was laughing at this shit. But it's not actually supposed to be funny. Okay, like I think it's just funny to me because of like a different context. You know, I'm laughing for a different reason. I'm not laughing because it's like comedic, uh, even though it is comedy. But like, it's not supposed to be comedic. So he's seriously punching. He's enraged. He's clearly using a serious portion of power. Can't one-shot this fucking guy who basically killed his friend. He's not doing it in a funny way. The funniest thing about the chapter was he kicked away some portal. And Gar was like, what the fuck? How'd you just kick that away? And he's like, whatever. And they started punching each other again. So, it looks like it ain't looking too good for the whole destroys all of fiction bullshit, right? It's not like Saitama's using like 1/infinitieth of his power and then punches Garo in the face, right? Saitama's clearly using at least a decent fucking
Oh my
percentage of his ability,
god.
uh, and he's not one-shotting his opponent, okay? So he probably does not solo stomp fiction. So, um, I don't think I'm gonna be real. I don't think I don't think this is gonna be the maximum Saitama. I actually think Saitama's gonna do something crazier. The reason I say that is the ending of this fight. Okay, so the ending of this fight originally in the webcomic, it ended with Beast Garo, which I think this is an evolution of Beast Garo. So I don't know if it's going to end the same way. It might end differently. But in the webcomic, basically, it ended somewhat comedically with Saitama just being like, Garo's like, haha, I'm overwhelming you. Like, I understand you, blah, blah, blah. And then Saitama's like, yeah, anyway, and decks him. It was kind of funny, right? But so if it ends that way, then nothing really changes, right? So that's a possibility of how it's going to end. Based on how it is right now, Saitama does not one punch fiction. Like you got like the meta for the next month is he's no longer one punching fiction. There's just no fucking way you can argue it like really that well. Maybe next month that will change. I mean these things change on and off, whatever. Is he multi-galaxy level, solar system level, or whatever the fuck? Who knows? At the moment, I kind of predicted anyway that like he's gonna fight God, and God is gonna be like a universal being. I think we already predicted that anyway, so I'm not really concerned about that. One thing I did notice is that he did say this maybe this was a mistranslation, but Garo was saying he was opening up hyperspace portals, which is kind of a crazy thing to say. I don't know if it's a mistranslation. The translation looked a little bit wonky. So, whatever. You didn't predict shit? I did. You want to know where I predicted all of this? I predicted God would be a universal being. And I predicted that Saitama would be exactly this type of character. And I did it in Goku vs. Saitama. The honest truth. I said everything in that video. Cope, bitch. Just cope, bitch. Like, just cope about it. Like, I did predict this 100%. It's a correct translation. Okay, so he's opening up hyperspace portals, which is pretty interesting. How that actually applies to his actual AP or not, that's debatable. If he's a hyperspace being, he could be extra dimensional. Meaning Garo could be fourth dimensional, could be multi-galaxy, could be solar system level. Depends on what all y'all think about it. Once again, we knew this was coming, and I was right about everything. I'm just glad. I'm just happy it's finally fucking over. It's done. It's completely done. That's it. That's all of it. That's completely all of it. I don't know what else to fucking say about it. I think even if like Saitama was to like, the only thing I can imagine. So there's one way. There's one way that Saitama regains like potential gag status. He wouldn't even be a gag character, but let's just say like potential one shots fiction status. The only way I could really see that happening, which is possible, don't get me wrong, it's not impossible, because obviously I'm assuming, most people assume he's going to fight God, right? So he's going to fight God eventually, and God should be stronger than Garo. So he is going to, the only thing I can imagine is that he is coping, right? Saitama's like coping, like the One Punch Man fans right now, where he's basically like, oh yeah, I finally met my match. But he's not. He doesn't actually believe it. He's just trying to hype himself up in his head, which is something I said previously a few chapters ago. So if he's just like gassing himself up and just bullshitting, then he could still have like his One Punch Man status, and he's just kind of like lying to himself that Garo is actually like almost as strong as him or some shit. You know what I mean? So that's one way that can happen. But other than that, like it's not really looking good. As far as I can tell. Apparently the Major Sun obliteration feat was incorrect. I haven't seen all that shit. That's why I was just like saying like whatever, you calculate it. But yeah, I mean, we're gonna have to see where it goes. I think the most important note to have is Serious Punch and the hyperspace portals. I think the hyperspace portals is pretty important. That's a very underrated statement, hyperspace. So let's go over like the definition of hyperspace real quick to see y'all know why it's so fucking important. So a hyperspace by definition is just basic first definition on Google is just a space of more than 3 dimensions. So if you want to argue like Garo is fucking opening 4th dimensional portals or some shit, There you go. You might be able to argue that it's three spatial dimensions and one temporal dimension, which is still possible if you just use the three dimensions thing, because like even if it's three spatial dimensions and one temporal dimension, which is just the basics of the universe, that would still potentially be a hyperspace by definition. It's kind of semantic-y. So you don't have to say it's like fourth dimensional in like the really overpowered infinity sense, if you don't want to, but it's a possibility. So that is something to consider, which we did theorize is possible, especially for God in One Punch Man, because God is supposed to like represent like this. He's almost supposed to be like the universe or some shit. So we already kind of knew that. But other than that, I don't really know what else to say about it. It could be multiple temporal dimensions. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't need to be like above infinitely three spatial dimensions in power. It could just be three spatial dimensions and one temporal dimension, which is just like normal universe, like opening shit. But anyway, unfortunately, I do actually like One Punch Man, and it is ending apparently, which I guess I'm not surprised. Hey, guess what? I predicted this as well. Remember what I said? I said Boros was Frieza, Garo was Cell, and God was Majin Buu. Like, I predicted this as well. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't know if he's actually going to fight God at the end, but we kind of did predict, like, the three big boss man sequence, like the big Dragon Ball trio kind of thing for One Punch Man. I'm not going to be surprised if Boruto follows, like, a similar catalog or whatever. But yeah, trolling aside, I'd say right now it's a good chapter for in general. I mean, I think it I'll say this, most people call me like a fucking One Punch Man down player, which is not true. You know, that like back in the day when I was saying One Punch Man was like star level or solar system level, most people were like debating if Saitama was even planet level. If like, let's just say this, there's the camp that believes Saitama one tap fiction, then there was the camp that scaled Saitama off of feats, and they didn't even believe he was planet level, and then I was just kind of like, he's solar system level or like star level being generous or something, right? So I'm just gonna say this as my fucking middleman bullshit. Hyperspace is the new thing for him. Gotta debate what hyperspace means. Gotta debate where those fucking stars went, what that all means. Gonna have to wait for the real translation. But it does look like the whole one-shotting fiction thing is probably dead. Like, I'm gonna be real. Like, it's probably dead. Unless Saitama, like, actually has a moment where he's like, yeah, I was just coping. I just wished he was actually that strong, but he wasn't. Blah, blah, blah. So, we'll see. Other than that, though, that's all I really have to say. Hope you all enjoyed. And, yeah. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is there, like, some other fucking bullshit going on? Yo, rest in peace that fucking statement that Boros could fight Garo. What the fuck did that get retconned into oblivion? God damn. Remember when one was like, yeah, it'd be a good fight? What the fuck? Yo, rest in peace Boros, bro. There's an issue with the stars on the panel. I'd have to look pretty closely at it. I'd have to like see all the arguments about it. I'm just spitballing like the general things you can say about it. But yeah. Yeah, Boros, how the fuck is a good fight for Boros? Remember when those guys back in the day were like, yeah, it's a good fight because Garo would beat the fuck out of him and be cool. It looks like they were right. Like, yeah, maybe just the webcomic version. Yeah, like, Boros is not having a good fight, bro. Unless Saitama punched Boros way harder than what we're seeing now or something. Like, I don't know. Like, yeah, I did notice what he said. Limitless, limitless, blah, blah, blah. Which can mean a lot of things. Apparently, a lot of One Punch Man fans don't really know, like, the whole, like, layers of infinity thing. So limitless could just mean, like, it feels like a limitless well of potential. Similar statements for a lot of characters in fiction. But even if you were to say it's actually, like, some kind of level of infinity, there's, like, these levels of infinity, which is, like, the dimensional scaling we're talking about. So if Garo is actually opening up, like, a 4D hyperspace, the limitless statement would coincide with that as well. So it doesn't mean like omnipotent. Like limitless doesn't need to mean like tier 0 God Stomp character. Like a limitless can mean a lot of different things. The stars disappear and reappear multiple times. That's interesting. Apparently the stars appear and disappear and reappear. Maybe they are just being teleported away or something. I don't know. I have zero idea what's going on with the stars. Apparently the stars are like misdrawn. That's what people are saying. The current argument for Saitama holding back is that he's protecting Genos' core. I don't think that would really like matter for a few like things, but maybe him punching Garo in the face really hard like could damage the core or some shit. Because Boros 2.0 and Blast were trying to contain the explosion. The reason why the star obliteration feat was wrong was because Boros and Blast were trying to contain the explosion. Okay, that's interesting. Do you think we're at least close to seeing Saitama at full power? I mean, he's fucking, like... Bro, he's saying serious punch, like... Like, he's like... And it's not even like serious punch. It's like, there's like multiple... It's like multiple steps above serious punch. He said serious punch, and then Garo's like, yeah, I need to keep stepping it up more and more and more and more, implying that they're like multiple levels beyond serious punch now. So they're like serious punch. So I mean, like, I'm assuming there's at least some kind of percentage of power being displayed. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, unless they think serious is literally like 1/infinitieth of power, which, like I said, it doesn't make sense. Like, I just don't see it at all. Yeah, they're already like beyond serious punching. So I don't know what. Like, you can interpret that so many fucking ways. Yeah. Super duper serious punch. Like, I don't fucking know. Like, yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of things. All right, so I mean, at the end of the day, let's just wrap it up. There's a lot of fucking things you can say about it. Let's just say that. Like, trolling aside, there's a lot of fucking shit you can say about it. I want to jump to any conclusions until the fight is over. Obviously, I am dicking around a little bit on Twitter because it's fucking funny, bro. They get so fucking mad. Dude, they get so fucking mad. You're like, damn, Saitama sucks. No, they get so fucking mad. You know they get all so pissed in their damn DMs. They come fucking trying to hound the tweets. They try to fucking hunt me down every time. Oh, it's so funny. They get so fucking pissed. And you know what's funny? They always think they're so like troll XD, like, oh, Saitama one shots you, bro. They're the ones that get so fucking mad. They get so pissed. But for real, thank you all for watching. We will see where this goes. Maybe Saitama will turn back into a fucking gag Bugs Bunny fucking Squirrel Girl character next chapter. But for now, that's all I got to say. Thank you for watching, and bye-bye.